All right, y'all. Back in the building. It's your man, Big Tiger, Big Play Killer. Whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me Khaled. Hey, look, we back in the building live. Yeah. I told y'all, I'm not getting a haircut. Jordan Center does not count. I'm happy the big fella has came on. I'm happy. I'm delighted. But Jordan Cena does not count. I need a transfer portal guy. I'm hoping we get the big D lineman from Texas A&M. I'm hoping we get the offensive lineman from Houston. I'm hoping we get the wide receiver from Ohio State. I'm hoping we get it was a tight end from somebody. It's a tight end, I think, from Notre Dame. I'm hoping we get everybody we desire. But I'm gonna tell y'all what. I mean, I would go live right now. I'm supposed to go live with Big Hurt, and we were gonna talk about the big fellas. But I'm in a place. I'm in like a deserted place, y'all, and my cell service is bad over here. It's bad. So what I want to talk about real quick is Jason Whitlock. And for the people that's not, if you want to go live, when I go live, if you want to go live with me, he got a train coming. If you want to go live with me, go into the Facebook group. And go on Facebook, find the group. It's Big Tiger Media Group. Go in there. When I go live, I put the video in there. I'm going live in there. So if you ever see me live on YouTube and I ask for people to come in, you can just click on that link in the media group and you can come in. You can come into the group. You can come into my live and speak your mind. Because a lot of people was mad with me yesterday about the video I made about Jordan. And like, I'm doing this video. What I was planning on doing was doing that video, seeing how many views I got. Then I was going to compare the videos that they were talking about him going to Ohio State and Alabama, wherever others. Because I was going to say, Jordan, look how many views you got just being mentioned. Colorado, the greatness. Like, the stage is yours. The stage, and this is for all the other recruits out here in the portal. The stage is yours. If hold on, let me say this now, because y'all know me. I gotta keep it balanced. Keep it balanced. If Coach Prime give you the red carpet and he's letting you know, look, we want you here. Yeah, I can see. He started rubbing his hands and stuff like, yeah. Ooh, baby. Ooh. He started doing all that. You know, he wants you on that team and he gonna try to find a place for you. Now, if you call and you can't never get him on the phone, and he be like, yeah, man, come on up, man. Yeah. I'll just call tomorrow. If he giving you that kind of treatment, I wouldn't go. Because you're not a high priority. If you're a high priority, he got plans for you. And this is for every school. This is not Coach Prime. But Coach Prime is a little bit more upfront with how he do stuff. Like, he don't really like to lie. These other coaches gonna lie. They gonna lie to you, baby. Ooh, they gonna lie good to you. Not saying Coach Prime won't be deceptive. So at times, I'm not saying that. We all human. And you need backups and all this kind of stuff. So he got to have some backups on the team. But what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is, if Coach Prime put the red carpet out for you, he got plans for you in Colorado. So you guys about to make this decision, man. Come on, we ready, dog. We ready to make videos. Look, I'm gonna be serious, but I like to have fun. I'm gonna be serious when it's time to be serious. I'm gonna be mad when it's time to be mad. But when we got time to have fun, I'm gonna have fun, man. We only got so many days on this planet, so we're gonna have fun with it. I wanted to talk about Jason Whitlock. I'm gonna do a long video talking about Jason Whitlock and Alive. I want y'all to chime in about Jason Whitlock and Charleston White. But right now, we just gonna touch on a little bit about Jason Whitlock. So he brought on 2 Colorado ex-players. He made it seem like Coach Prime just kicked these dudes off the team just because he just treated them nasty, right? They was doing good, and both of these guys was injured to the point where they could seriously injure themselves, like could be paralyzed or be jacked up for the rest of their life. A little kid, or I ain't gonna say a little kid, a young adult, because these dudes in college already, a young adult does not have the mindset, especially football players that's been, they stronger than almost everybody in their family, all that kind of, you kind of feel like you're a superhero. You feel like, it won't be me. It won't be me. I'm a tough son of a gun. It won't be me. I'm a wheel my way to the NFL. That's what you're thinking. And you can't make it to the NFL if you're not on the field. So sometimes you got to have parents and coaches. Coaches the most have to protect these players from themselves. You done heard this a lot of times. Coaches have to protect these players from themselves. So let's say if Coach Prime would have left both of these guys on the team, and let the guy on special teams, he stayed on the team, and he would have been running out on special teams, and he ran into somebody full speed, and he hurt himself, and the guy was saying something like, how that little hand behind my head, I can see it because I got the camera on, but if I didn't have the camera on, I could still kind of feel that behind me. He was saying he would lose this ability to feel like something behind your head. Y'all know when a bee or something around you, you're like, oh, something about, like he would have lost that feeling. So some could have walked up behind him, or somebody could have did something to him, and he wouldn't even know it until they actually touch him, because he wouldn't have that sixth sense to feel when something gets inside your little force field or your little aura, right? So now what if the first game of the season, this guy would have ran down, hit somebody on kickoff on the TCU game, it would have been laid out on the field, and they had to take him off on a stretcher. What that would have did to the team? What that would have did to that man's life? That man sitting up there in that chair talking, having a good conversation now. If he would have hurt himself, he could have been jacked up, right? All right. The other guy, he was number 2 on the team with productivity. He was doing his thing. Big guy. Linebacker from Martin Day. And I misspoke when I spoke about this guy. I was just like, man, dude's transferring out. Something got to be wrong. Got to be favoritism. That's what I said. Now I found out the whole story. And because somebody said, man, this dude here, he was already off the team. So now I see why he was already off the team. Because he had like a bulge in his back or something. He said, go watch the show with Whitlock. He said something like a disc in his back or something, bulged or something. So I had a cousin that had a bulging disc in his back. And it was hard for him to play basketball. Right now, it's a lot of stuff. He got to walk up kind of straight. And he a tall guy, he like 6'7". So he can't really bend down. He be moving all kind of funny. And I remember he was hard for him to tie his own shoe. He was supposed to be going to the Boston Celtics. Bent down to tie his shoe, and his disc popped out. And Doc Rivers talked to him and everything. He never went to the league. Yeah, he went cross seas, but he could never get that right because his back. When we talking about basketball, this dude was playing middle linebacker, 6'3", 240. You know how many collisions? Hard collisions. So Coach Prime protect. Now I can kind of see how they, like, Coach Prime didn't really have a kumbaya moment with him. I can understand that. Like, and I just remember with my coaches, we would talk in passing sometimes, like most time with the head coaches. But I remember 2 times I talked to my head coaches. 3 times. One time the coach would talk to me about, hey, we believe you can do more than what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. We waiting on you to pop, like that. So that was like I think that was like my junior year. The coach came and talked to me. Junior year or 10th grade year. I think it was my junior year. So I was like, okay. He came and sat down to me. But he wanted me to be a starter. He was like, okay, we see something in you, dude. Come on, be great. Another time, it was an issue at my junior college where my coach, he put us in the office. Something had happened, and he thought I had did something. And I was like, nah, that wasn't me. That was that. Then he was like, oh, I apologize because I was finna do this, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, I hear you, coach. You tripping. That wasn't me. Like, but he's just doing his job. So most time when the head coach pull you in the office, unless you're just doing something extremely good, you about to get kicked off the team. Or they you know, like they trying to give you some kind of pep talk. If you just being consistent, they really ain't gonna do a lot of talking to you. If you being great, they gonna bring you up a lot because you the example, and they can use you a lot of times to set the standard for the team. If you doing something bad, they can kick you out the team. And when I was about to transfer from out, like I had like 3 surgeries on my ankles. I just felt like, man, shit, if I'm not gonna play at a high level and do my thing, I might as well just go back home to VSU and be close to my mama and all them and my homeboys and finish up school there. And I was talking about transferring. So me and my coach, we sat down, we had a conversation. But he wanted me to stay though. He wanted me to stay, but he was like, I'll support you. Whatever way you decide to go, I'll support you. So, but he's not Deion Sanders. This was before he had won all the championships. I'm talking about my college coach. He had time. Deion Sanders, and he wasn't trying to get rid of a whole team and bring in all these new guys. Coach Prime was trying to change the whole culture around. From the office to the food, to the players, coaching, like like sayings on the wall, like the dress code. He trying to design Coach Prime gear. He was doing so much, so he just didn't have the time to sit down and have these long, drawn out conversations with all y'all. Especially when it hurt his heart. He don't want to cut all these guys, but he knows it's necessary to elevate to get where he want to be. He got to open up these spots to bring in the talent that he want. And with these guys, they was actually hurt, injured. They couldn't play. They shouldn't play because they can ruin their life. They can be in a wheelchair for the rest of their life. So I'm listening to what Jason Whitlock is saying. And I'm listening to what these players are saying because I like to listen to all the stuff if I can get a clear picture. And I was like, Coach Prime made the right decision for these two for sure. They don't need to be playing no football. Football at the big scheme of things is nothing. Even guys that go to the NFL, you're going to spend more years on this earth not playing football than you spend playing football. Max. Most kids play football for 20 years. Max. And that's if you played from like Little League, 5 years old, all the way up to you like 25. Most kids are out of the league at around 24, 25. And some kids don't start playing football till junior high. So if you live in a life expectancy is like 72 years. So you got 50 years to live in 20 years of football if you really put and so that's a small portion of your life. And Coach Prime understands this. So why would I trot these guys out on the field and potentially end their career? So that's how I looked at that situation. Not trying to be a homer for Coach Prime. That's just common sense, man. That's just common sense. And I know them guys are mad, and I think they really mad. It's just like with Mike Tyson. When Mike Tyson would sleep with the women, and he would have his bodyguard walk him to the car, they would get mad. They wanted Mike Tyson to walk him to the car. They wanted Mike Tyson to see them off. They was there for Mike Tyson. So when you don't even really get the... Well, one linebacker talked to him, but he was like, he shook his hand and Deion kind of looked away from him like this right here. He didn't really look him in his eyes. And the reason why he probably looked at you in your eyes because he really didn't want to do that, but it had to be done. It's like when I had to kill my first goat, man. I didn't want to kill that goat. He was injured. I had to do it. And the guy that was helping me kill the goat, he was finna strain the goat up while the goat was still alive. I was like, nah, man, we got to put the goat out of misery first, man. I don't want this goat to be looking at me. He dying and look, man, no, man. So Coach Prime knows this dude finna die in the inside, man. Dude probably finna cry in the car, man. I don't want to, and he had to do this with multiple guys, not just one. So you know this hurt it hurt his inside his soul. Cause then you see Dion hugging players and going out there and checking on players that's on the field hurt. Like, he's just not a savage. But sometimes you got to do what beasts. Now they say, when it's time to be a beast, are you willing to do what a beast has to do? And a lot of people are not willing to do what you got to do to be a beast when it's time. And Coach Prime showed it, okay, when it's time to make the tough decision, I can do it for the betterment of the team and the program. But it's not all about individuals. It's about the team and the program. And when looking back at it, if that was my son, I would sat my son down and say, look, I wish you'd have spent some more time with you, but man got a lot going on. And he made the best decision. We got to look at other stuff in this world that you can focus on. Football. Playing football is not it. You might can commentate, you might do stuff on the sideline, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But playing football, that's the end of that chapter. But that's what I got, y'all. I'm out of here, man. I'm going live later on, hopefully, if I'm in a good area.